A man is sitting inside his car on a quiet street during the day. He waits calmly while watching the movement around the street. Suddenly, a motorcycle slowly approaches and stops beside the vehicle. The rider points a gun through the window and announces the robbery. The criminal orders the driver to raise his hands and hand everything over. Without arguing, the man immediately obeys. He raises his hands and pretends to be completely surrendered. The robber moves even closer to the window, trying to grab the belongings inside the car. For a few seconds, he lets his guard down, believing the victim will not react. At that moment, the driver slowly moves one of his hands toward the side of the seat. Hidden there is a gun. In one quick reaction, he pulls out the pistol and fires at the robber. The gunshot echoes through the street. The motorcyclist loses balance and falls beside the motorcycle. Inside the car, the man remains frozen, breathing heavily after the tense moments. Everything happened within just a few seconds.
An elderly man is stopped in his car when another vehicle suddenly pulls up beside him. Two criminals try to carry out the robbery. One steps out armed, but they weren't expecting his reaction. The elderly man pulls out a gun and fires immediately. One of the robbers collapses beside the car. The other speeds away without even managing to get out of the vehicle. Those who choose to live by violence believe they control the fear of others, but forget that every action can bring irreversible consequences. In seconds, a plan that seemed easy can turn into the biggest mistake of their own lives. Outside the warehouse, three hooded men approach the main entrance. They move quickly, trying to force open the metal door, believing the place was empty in the middle of the night. The noise echoes through the warehouse. But what they didn't know was that the security guard had already been watching everything from the armored glass control room. Calm and unnoticed, he follows every move they make. The moment the criminals finally manage to open part of the entrance, he reacts immediately. Gunshots shatter the silence. The bullets hit all three men almost at the same time. The one standing on the ladder loses his balance and crashes to the ground instantly. The other two try to run away, stumbling across the yard while leaving a trail of blood behind them. The escape lasts only a few seconds. One of them collapses unconscious near the exit. The other, severely wounded and unable to escape, takes a desperate action and ends his own life. In just moments, what seemed like another warehouse break-in ends in a brutal and unexpected way. When someone breaks in thinking nobody is watching, sometimes they find the exact opposite.
A man is filling up his car at a gas station during the day. Suddenly, a motorcycle stops abruptly. Two criminals announce the robbery while pointing a gun at him. But they didn't expect the man fueling the car to be armed. At the first opportunity, he reacts. He pulls out his gun and fires quickly. One of the robbers drops beside the motorcycle instantly. The other tries to escape by speeding away, but wounded, he loses control just a few meters later and crashes along with the bike. Everything happens within seconds. Those who choose the path of violence never know how it will end. In just a few seconds, one wrong decision can change everything and leave consequences that can never be erased.